Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Eve Migabo one more time. If when you are happy, kindly welcome back. And if you are new, please, before we proceed, kindly press to that button of subscription. Please subscribe and ubonyeze kwa hiyo kengele ya notification. So today I'm here. I want us to discuss about something. How are we preparing for this coming new year? You know, because I've come to realize kila wakati, whenever a new year is coming, we always shout, yeah, happy new year. Our pastors, they always give us a word of the year. This is the word of the year. We go into our Bible, we take some Bible verses and we say this is this is my word of this year. But unakuja kupata at the end of the day, nothing happened. You did not achieve anything. Instead, whatever that you confessed, unakuja kupata ilikuwa ni kama moto. It was like the atmosphere, you know, everybody is happy because we are going to start another new year, you know. But many of us have come to realize why we don't achieve them, or why we don't make a successful year. It's because we just shout, we just let me say confess. I don't know if it is confessing. We just shout when the year begins. Ikianza kufika Feb, March, and we forget. And I really meditated about it, and I try to see what we can do to make a successful year in our lives. And I believe that someone is going to be helped. And if you have an idea, you can comment, you can say what you can add. And number one, what I can say, if you want to make a successful new year, another new year coming, number one, sit down and evaluate this year that is ending. Ukitaka to make a successful year, at this time you are supposed to sit down. If you are a single, or you are married, or what, you sit down, you evaluate your life. Wakati ujajua ugonjwa wako uko wapi, uwezi ukapona. I'm sorry. When haujui, wakati ujui ugonjwa wako uko wapi, uwezi ukapona. Number one, sit down, look at yourself spiritually. Look at yourself. How was my prayer life in this year? How was my spiritual life in this year? Je, nilitembea na God vizuri, how it was supposed to be? Ama kuna mahali nimekosea? You know, you sit down and look at yourself. How was my spiritual life? How was my finances? You know, did I use the money the way I was supposed to use them? Or kuna nilikuwa nakosea, ninanunua tu nguo, ninanunua tu ni kukula tu raha, kukunywa pombe, raha tu, you know. You sit down, angalia at your health. Je, mwili wangu. I've come to realize wamama wengi, they are like, this coming new year, lazima tutashed weight. Like me now, I am very big, you know. So so when the year begins, you are like, next year niko hapo, exercise, diet. But ikianza, in fact, mwaka unaisha ume-add sijui 5, kama mimi hapa sijui nime-add sijui how many kgs, you know. Why? Because we just say it. Sit down, write down, hapa nilikosea, this I was supposed to do but I did not do, this I was supposed to do, I did not do. My health ilikuwa vibaya because of eating anyhow. Nilikula mara mutura, mara sukari, mara chipo, mara whatever. You sit down and evaluate yourself. Ni wapi nimekosea, you know. When you write down, you have umeshaandika down, unasema yenyewe hapa pesa sijatumia vizuri this year. I was supposed to save but I did not save. This is what I was supposed to do but I did not do. You know, ukishajua those mistakes, I was supposed to be a prayerful woman or a prayerful man, I did not pray as I wanted to pray. Kuna vitu, then ukishaangalia ni nini sasa ilikuwa inanivuruta. What made me not to pray the way I wanted to pray? What made me to spend money the way I did not want to spend them? What made me live this kind of life that I did not want to live? So after you have realized this is what caused them, then you go into the new year. So you write down, for me to achieve this, this is what is needed. For example, if let's say like finances, you say for example, for next year, for me not to spend a lot, this is what I'm going to do. I will not there are kinds of friends I'm going to make candle, because they are the ones wananifanya ku spend. For example, that's an example. You can say, as from today, as from next year, nitakuwa natembea only na 5. So I will avoid going somewhere with a lot of money, because when I'm going somewhere, najipata nimesha spend pesa without knowing. You see, you sit down and you write down, this is what is needed. Like I did not pray so much because I did not go to fellowship. That's an example. Whenever I wanted to go to fellowship, nimekuwa nashikana na vitu. That's why maisha yangu ya kiroho yakaenda narudi nyuma. So as from next year, I will make sure hakuna fellowship ambaye hakuna fellowship ambaye inapita hivyo. You see, you write it down. After you umekaa chini, umeshaandika, then you start praying for them. You pray for them because you know it is impossible. Kuna vitu hatuwezi tukafanya by ourselves. Number 2, I'd like to talk to families. If you are a family, you are a husband and wife, you have to sit down. You see, you sit down, see, my husband, where did I go wrong this year? Ni wapi sijakufurahisha? Tusianze mwaka unaisha. That is where divorce sinaanziaga. That is where kuwana inaanziaga. Why? Mwaka unaisha. Mtu ametembea na vidonda. And if you are talking to your partner, get ready to say sorry and uwe na spirit ya kukosolewa. I think I'm right. Yeah, uwe na hiyo spirit ya accept corrections. You know, sit down with your partner, baby, what can we do next year? What do you want us to achieve? Where do you want me to change? What do you want me to do in order to make you feel happy, you know? And you sit, if you have kids, sit down with your kids. You know, last week I sat down with my 2 boys. One is 9 years, another one is 7 years. We sat down, and from them, kuna kile kitu, kuna ka neno walituambia, please, as from next year, don't go out mkiwa peke yenu na mkiacha watoto, you know. And we took it, you see, maybe to them, yes, to us, it was a time for couple to mingle, but to kids, it was somehow an offense, you know. But that was a joke, I'm kidding. But then I wanted to say, sit, if you have grown-ups kids, sit with them, ask them, watoto wetu ni wapi tuliwakosea, what can we do, tufanye aje ndio hii familia iende vizuri. Andika vitu zote ambazo mnataka kufikia kwa mwaka ujao, you know. If you are in a relationship, you've been there for sijui 5 years, sijui for 4 years, mwaka unaanza, mwaka unaisha. Mwaka unaanza, the fellowship is up, down, up, down. The fellowship haiendelei, the fellowship nini. Lazima uambie, you have to make a decision. Talk to your sijui fiancé or whatever. Tell that person you want to know from next year. At least peana mahali, do something. Mwaka isiishi hivyo. Or you make a decision to say, this relationship inafaa kukomea hapa. You make a decision. You know, uwezi kuwa 1 year, 2 years. Nyinyi mnaachanaga, mnarudiana. Mnaachana, mnarudiana. Hata imesha, no. This coming new year, make a decision. Tell yourself, no, it's no. I remember when I got married in 2012, nimekuwa nimedate na my husband for 2 years. And 2011, I remember telling him, it is either you marry me or either tunawachana. Sababu gani? 2 years for me it was enough. Tumepanda, tumeshuka, milima mabonde. Nilikuwa nampenda, yes, but naona ni kama no. We have to make a decision, you know, and we decided without having anything, without having money, but we said we choose a date. Tukachagua mwezi, tukachagua siku, tukachagua nini. We went, we communicate with our family members and they were like, are you crazy? Nyinyi mnapanga tu kitu na hamna pesa. But for the glory of God, we did that wedding and today we are here, you know. So you have to decide. Sometimes you decide, you say, next year, you write down, this is what we are going. If it is something that need a budget, you need a car and you don't have money, write it somewhere, you know. Write it somewhere, andika, I need a car, which inahitaji hizi pesa. This kind of, this amount of money, you know. Write it down. Wacha tu kuingia mwaka tu na nduru nyingi nini. Hata mchungaji akitabiri neno, wewe kama hujajipanga, hiyo neno hakuna kitu itafanya juu ya maisha yako. I assure you. You know, wacha kuingia hivi. Write down something. Pray over it. Then number last, if you want everything to come and be a successful, confess positive. Just say, this year is my year. Morning, evening. This is my year. This is what is going to happen for my life. Wacha ku confess only 31st kwa prayers. Then from first, umesha sahau. No, vitu zingine sinaomba kuendelea unaombea. You are going, you are somewhere, you are like, this year is my year. I must get married. This year I must go abroad if you want to go abroad. Excuse me. This year is my year. This year I'm going to start a business. Just confess it. Day and night, just confess it. I've seen this working for me. Where confessing, when you confess something, it's like unaumba hicho kitu. Confess day and night. This is what is going to happen to me. I am very much sure. When you wake up, confess. When you sleep, confess. In the morning, confess. And then work for it. God bless you so much. I think someone is going to be helped. I love you. Thank you.